EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for December 9th, 2019. For your Monday, we're going to have plenty of clouds, some showers this morning that were a continuation of what started overnight. And then we'll have showers evolve into periods of rain this afternoon, maybe even some heavy rain involved with that for a time. And we could get some areas over 1 inch of rain from this system. This is all going to be rain. There's no chance for any wintry precipitation with this, and it's going to be mild today. Temperatures are going to get up above 50 degrees in many locations, and we will stay mild overnight with this rain continuing. And actually, it's going to taper to showers again this evening. During the course of the evening, and then we're going to, after we get past midnight to, the late overnight period, there should be a little bit of a lull in here where we're not seeing anything, just cloudy skies continuing and the mild conditions continuing, and that's going to head right into Tuesday here with the same idea here where you have ahead of this frontal boundary, you're going to have temperatures even warmer and making a run at the upper 50s to near 60 degrees down here by the Philadelphia area, so it's going to be very warm on Tuesday, but that's not going to last. And as a matter of fact, there's going to be an abrupt change here once this cold front comes through. At this point, the cold front is sitting right back here. Here's your cold front, and there is the association with that low that's passed, and there's some cold, very cold air coming in behind this frontal boundary. And at the same time, you have an elongated low pressure that extends all the way along this frontal boundary, and little waves along that frontal boundary. Hard to see, but there are some little, you put little L's here just to give you the idea. This is giving you added lift on this side of the front, on the forward side of the front like you normally see, but it's also throwing precipitation back behind the front, or it will, we think, as we get into the overnight hours on Tuesday night. Now this is interesting because it's going to this is called an anafrontal setup here, where the precipitation is thrown on the opposite side of the front. You see this usually in the summertime when you have like a squall line of thunderstorms come in, and they're ahead of a cold front. The storms come through, but then it still rains for a couple hours afterwards. This is similar, except we're not having the thunderstorms. Similar idea, similar concept, but we're not having the thunderstorms, of course, and instead of having just this rain afterwards going to linger for a couple hours, you're talking about snow. And I do think this happens. Okay, so we're moving forward here, and you can see that precipitation being thrown over that boundary here behind it. So that gives you snow, and you can see that right here. This is looking at late evening on Tuesday, starting to change over to snow here in the interior, and then you can see that snow in eastern Pennsylvania, parts of New Jersey. And just ahead of it, it's going to go from rain to sleet to snow. That's probably the order it goes as this changes over. But as this cold air rushes in, that's sitting up here, is going to come rushing in behind this, and you still have precipitation around. This is not back-end snow. I know a lot of people say, well, back-end snow never works out. Well, this is not really back-end snow. This is anafrontal snow. This is a little different. Okay, so it just takes a little bit of lift to throw the precipitation on the backside of the front, and you get snow. So here's the NAM high-res future simulated radar, and I'm going to start this off here at 7 a.m. And you can see these are the showers or rain that was a continuation of what was going on overnight. So it should be already raining in those areas. And then you get a little bit of a lull. By the time you get to noon, you get another batch coming in here. This is a steadier and heavier batch that's going to go through the course of the afternoon. You can see some heavier echoes across eastern Pennsylvania, parts of New Jersey. That's going to continue straight through late afternoon and early evening. So this is now looking at 7 p.m. Still some showers here at this point, and but it's starting to break up the main. I mean, there's a pretty concentrated batch there. That was pretty concentrated right there. And then we start to get a little bit of some breakups here. So it's tapering to showers during the course of the evening. So this is looking at midnight on Monday night. Okay, so after that point, you do get a break in the action. We just remain cloudy overnight, and that's going to go right into Tuesday morning, we think. And then there could be a few showers in the afternoon, just widely scattered. Doesn't look like a big deal. So this is looking at early afternoon on Tuesday. Here comes that cold front. It's back here at this point, so it's going to start moving eastward and start, for the far interior, change over to a few snow showers. You can see that here as we get to the early evening. But then watch what happens when we get that lift along the front. It starts to increase the precipitation behind the front, and that is falling in the form of snow and changing over rain to snow from northwest to southeast. Here's a look at midnight. So you can see the rain-snow line, or the rain-mix snow line, whatever you want to call it, has gotten to parts of northern New Jersey, through the Lehigh Valley, back through Reading and Lancaster, So it's already changing over here, and that will continue to do so over the next several hours after midnight. This is going to go right into Wednesday morning. Could be some heavier rain, heavier snow with this. You can see the darker blue returns here. There could be some heavier snow involved with this. So it could be a situation where you're just getting generally light snow, light to moderate snow, and then you might have a burst here at the end before this ends where you get some heavier snow involved with this, where you're getting 1 inch per hour rate. So you can get snow pile up pretty quickly. This is not going to be a major snowstorm by any means. This is not lasting long, but this is something that can produce a quick 1 to 3, 2 to 4 inches of snow, and that is a very plausible idea across all of these areas that it's showing snow. And this runs out of range, the 3 kilometer NAM does, so just to take this beyond this point, here's looking at early on Wednesday morning at 7 a.m., here is 10 a.m., and here's 1 p.m. So it moves out pretty quickly. Just a morning thing here on Wednesday. And you can see out ahead of it, you are getting some sleet before you get the change over to snow far southeastern areas. So that we're going to watch out for that very closely. There could be a first call for that today. As a matter of fact, as long as guidance continues to hold and then go in that direction like it has been, and it's very consistently across all guidance showing that idea, we will have a first call today at 5 p.m. Okay, so, but that's right where we're leaning right now, kind of like a 1 to 3, 2 to 4 inch type snowfall. And if it's coming down hard enough, it will stick to all surfaces too. Temperatures are going to rapidly fall. There will be some snow melt initially because the roads are going to be wet, and it would be mild from, still warm from prior. And so it's going to take a little bit till it starts sticking on things. So you're going to lose some accumulations there. So some of these snow maps are showing like 6, 8 inches of snow. Probably not correct. Okay, so you probably cut those in half, and that's more realistic. So this is going to continue off the coast here, and we are going to set up for a very cold day here on Wednesday. Again, morning snow, and then that ends, and we have clouds giving way to sun in the afternoon, and then mostly sunny here on Thursday. Very cold. In a lot of areas not getting above freezing for high temperatures on Thursday. Then we start to moderate a little bit here on Friday ahead of this next system that brings some rain to our region. This will be Friday night, late night Friday night, like after midnight type thing. Going during the day here on Saturday and wrapping up here on Saturday evening. But it will be mild for this system. We don't expect any frozen precipitation at the moment. We'll continue to watch it. And then once we get to Sunday, we are back to partly cloudy skies. Temperatures still on the milder side, though, of average. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for December 9th, 2019. Have a great Monday.